Decided to sort of detail a little bit here and a little bit there. We've got plenty we can do for the next 20 years. Little house where I live. Some little gardens and some pigs in the yard and little rock wall around it. Got an outhouse. Got a little fuel tank in the back. Got an old junk Model T in the back with no tires on it. Got a rock garden up there. Pretty nice little rock garden. Nice little wooden house. Trees, little path coming down. And back here, there's a transformer with the power lines that we'll put there. A little tunnel going to nowhere, but obviously to the next town. Some trees, and this trees right here, I scenic this little area because it's a lift out. There's some switches underneath there, and just an area up around the furnace into the next part of the room. Well, up at the top, more museum stuff. These are accessories, like the rocket launcher and a coal elevator, another water tower, radar tower, certain searchlights, icing station, oil derrick, log loader, magnetic crane, a couple operating freight stations, lumber mill, log barrel loader, passenger platform, gate men, bridges, stations. They're very rare and almost never seen. Manual culvert loader. Alright, let me see, that's the unloader. The automatic culvert unloader and the culvert loader. There's a couple pre-war cars, and I've put some little accessories that I like up in that part of the museum. Well, there's other museum, of course. There's passenger cars up here. See that TV camera? From the control panel I can see around the back side of the furnace because of that. Passenger cars. Something really have nice up there on the top is the red striped Santa Fe passenger set with the baggage car that goes with it. They're rare green small passenger cars. A pineapple car, you never see that. You see pickle cars, but not pineapple cars. Look at those two rocket launchers. The helicopter and rocket launcher up at the top. Now those are something you don't see much. The chicken cars, the two different kinds of Wabash cars with the man on top. Some different kinds of box cars. Here's some small hoppers. Some of them that have no lettering, which is sort of rare. And really, what about my favorite kind of freight car is flat cars. They're just so many different kinds. They're just totally different kinds of flat cars. There's lots of different loads and colors and things that you can have with flat cars. So there's lots of flat cars I still don't have. I bet you I don't have much more than half of them. And that's interesting because I have practically all of some kinds of cars, but flat cars, even with as many as you see, I don't have all of them. Some other things over here. Some large hopper cars. Some small gondolas. Barrel cars. There's the cop and hobo car. These are small scout type box cars that the doors don't open, but some of them are interesting things written on them. Some of them are banks. And something I've always liked are the 027 box cars. They're made out of Bakelite. They have a lot of detail. They really have a lot more detail than the large box cars. And all of these are different. And yeah, I really have an interest in these. I added the one right in the middle, the center cattle car. Got for $10, if you can believe it. That's my latest purchase. The only thing I bought probably in about 9 months for the trains. Up here, still in the museum, are the 64 box cars. That's what most people like the most. The long 4-truck flat cars. The 1950 large Hudson and 3 FM Trainmasters, 2 different types of Lackawannas, and the Virginian. Some small trains like the Burro Cranes, the Little Joe electrics on top, and then my very favorite thing Lionel ever made were F3s, and the Santa Fe on the bottom is my favorite thing in the whole room. It's a 2343 Santa Fe. I have 2 of those. This one is absolutely gorgeous. It's missing some portholes, but otherwise it's practically perfect. The New York Central above it is actually better, and some other F3s. Like I say, I like them a lot. So that's our train room. Let me see if I can get a good picture of the control panel here. Pretty proud of the artwork that I've done. You control each track separately. Each track is divided into blocks so that you can turn off segments of track. And trains can go into the middle or not go into the middle, depending on certain logic. Here's the lower track over here. It has the yard, the turntable. Let's see if I can get this turntable to work, because that's interesting to work. See, this turntable works slow, very precise and very accurate. But that's about how slow a real turntable turns. Somebody usually walks at the end around and moves with the trains. But it's extremely precise. Watch how I can put it right on that track. Pretty precise. The TV, so that I can see on the other side of the furnace. 2 ZW transformers down here that I control it, and my little block switches are such that I can flick them one way to be the right handle of the ZW and the other way to be the left handle. I taught Jamie how to drive the trains. He did great. He did every single thing that the trains will do. Learned it fine. He was so polite. He didn't want to do that. He didn't want to break anything, but he ran them just fine. Let's see if maybe some of these trains will run. Let's fade out for a minute and I'll get the trains running. Let's see how this Santa Fe will go around the upper track. Listen to the rail sound. Unfortunately, that train is Lori's. We got it for Christmas 2 years ago. We'll go around and we'll see it back in a minute at the freight station. Here it comes. Now, track worked great. There's no bad places in the track. We run these trains really fast around here. And they're pretty wide curves compared to Lionel curves. The train will come back around here and we'll see it over here in just a few minutes. And over the trestle. That's the upper track. That'll be a lot better someday when I computerize. Let's see what's on the lower track. Well, it happens that the Amtrak GG1 with its 6 passenger cars is on that track. We'll see where it goes. It goes on around. It disappears for a while after it goes into that tunnel. But actually, it doesn't appear again until it comes out of this tunnel behind the fire station. Goes through the yard on the one side track to get around that Illinois Central thing. And it goes into a tunnel. There it is on the TV. And it has to go up a steep hill over here, back behind the fire station. Comes up, goes across the bridge. Goes down the steepest hill and goes through the widest turn that they have. Through there. And there it is. Where it was before. Does a lot of switching. I wish I could show you the trolley, but there's the trolley. The trolley's off the trolley track. I don't want to climb over there and get it. We'll see if we see the trains running in a different place for just a second. This is my favorite place to watch trains from. Just sitting in a chair at the end of the yard. You can see the trains. You see the different grade levels of these tracks. Trains will, I can see them over on this side in just a minute. Amtrak. Turn down the lights and sit in this chair and watch the trains come running by like this for hours at a time. Biggest mountain. See where we are, you'll see that here's the big mountain. We're behind it. We can walk back here. Here's the woods where the hobos, the motorcycle riders are camped. But look what's inside the mountain. As you can see, 6 side tracks.